to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the Umass Minutemen. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Northern Illinois Huskies. Squaring off with another team from the MAC, the Umass Minutemen. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Umass will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Northern Illinois Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense will really open up with some more consistency at this spot. A running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on first down from the 28. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Wants to throw on third down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So the Umass Minutemen have the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Umass will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that 1st quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Heaves it deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. Not much there. Picks up a couple through the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Tight end now in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Umass offense returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
To the air, it's Jordan. It's complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Umass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Harding. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Umass to the line facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Minutemen! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Puts it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached a break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Oh, they're after him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. On the move, it's Duke. Stumbled to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Umass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line, it's Griffin. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
Got the quick pass. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Minutemen were penned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. Touchdown, Umass! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap him from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll go to the air on second and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Rodgers. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Got his man. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
The Huskies will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Duke.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Fires deep toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? When you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.